Malaysia, a month meant for fasting and inflation. But there is an unexpected problem, which is a big increase in food wastage. While families and communities come together to enjoy iftar and sahur, the meals that break the daily fast, this often leads to preparing too much food, much of which ends up being thrown away. This was contrary the spirit of Ramadan, which teaches moderation and empathy for those who have less. The excess not only affects our wallets, but also harms the environment by wasting precious resources and increasing pollution. Ultimately, finding ways to reduce food waste during this time is crucial to staying true to the values of Ramadan and protecting our planet.
According to the news from News Straits Time, written by Aliza Shah on 6 April 2023, stated that Ramadan Bazaar traders in Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya are wasting 47,610 kg of food per day, an amount that could feed 39,675 people. Federal Territory Solid Waste and Public Cleansing Management Corporation (SW Corp) Director Umi Kalthum Shoaib said its study found that 52,900 kg of garbage were produced on average day from 5,694 business lots in both federal territories. In Malaysia, a multicultural nation with a sizable Muslim population, Ramadan is marked by vibrant food bazaars and lavish buffets. Contributing to a festive atmosphere, Muslims have a persistent tendency to overindulge and be extravagant throughout the holy month, despite the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, call for moderation in all facets of life. However, according to the News Straits Times, food wastage is expected to decrease by 3% in all states that implemented the Solid Waste and Public Cleansing Management Act 2007. This initiative to cut down on food waste is in keeping with the Housing and Local Government Ministries' Appreciate Food, Avoid Waste campaign. The initiative seeks to fulfill Sustainable Development Goal SDG 12.3 by assisting in the halving of global per capita food waste by 2030.
Based on the survey that we have done among USIM students, with the total of 18 respondents mixed genders, it shows that majority of them think that foods that they prepare during Ramadan are more than what they need. This could be seen through this chart that portrays 83.3% of the students agreed that they could not finish all the foods that they prepared. This will obviously lead to the food waste, since all the foods that they did not finish will not be good enough to consume at another time and will eventually be thrown away. Another question that we asked was whether they find themselves overspend during Ramadan or not. The chart shows that most of the USIM students often find themselves overspend their money on foods during Ramadan than other months. This is due to the uncontrollable desire that they felt when they went out to buy food for iftar, such as visiting the bazaar that actually have a lot of mouth-watering foods with a good price. Then, they will indirectly buy foods more than they need and able to finish. This is clearly will contribute to the food waste during Ramadan in Malaysia.
Food waste is a significant issue in Islam, as it is a moral and ethical issue that is deeply rooted in Quran and Hadith. Quran and Hadith emphasize the importance of avoiding food waste and showing gratitude to Allah for His blessings. The Prophet Muhammad's Hadith advises moderate eating habits to avoid waste and overindulgence. Practical aspects of reducing food waste include organizing meals, storing food properly, and giving extra food to a neighbor or food bank. These practices support food security and environmental sustainability. Additionally, food waste is linked to the spiritual and ethical dimensions of gratitude and stewardship, or khilafah, which emphasize the preservation of resources and environmentally friendly habits. In Islam, food waste is seen as an indication of ingratitude, and it is essential to avoid wasting food and promote sustainable practices.
So, Ehsan, what happening at Bazaar Ramadan?
We have seen a significant increase in food waste at bazaars in Kampung Baru. For instance, daily waste has risen from 300 kg to 450 kg, mainly due to more vendors and overproduction.
So, Ustaz Aziz, how do cultural practice and contribute to this issue, the food waste in Ramadan?
Our tradition of generosity and hospitality often lead to over-preparation of food for iftar gathering. While well-intentioned, this can result in considerable loss if not managed properly.
Can you tell me the effects of food wastage? I think it is increasing waste management costs and waste money.
So, do you guys think what are the effects?
I think it will raise the ethical concern as it's against the Islamic values. You?
For me, I think it will lead to waste of resources.
So here are the effects of food wastage. Firstly, environmental impact. Food wastage during Ramadan contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emissions as decomposing organic waste in landfills release methane, a potent greenhouse gas. Additionally, the resources expended in producing, transporting and preparing food that ultimately goes uneaten strain natural resources and increase the carbon footprint. Second, economic consequences. The financial loss from food wastage is substantial as uneaten food represents wasted money. This is especially poignant during Ramadan when large quantities of food are prepared for iftar and sahur, leading to higher costs for households and businesses that could otherwise be allocated more effectively. And lastly, in terms of social and ethical concerns, wasting food during Ramadan contradicts the core values of the Holy Mile, which emphasize charity, empathy, and resourcefulness. It highlights the disparity between those who have an abundance and those who face food insecurity, underscoring a moral responsibility to reduce wastage and share surplus with the needy.
Now, let's move on to the solution for food waste during Ramadan. There are numerous ways to reduce food waste as well as celebrate Ramadan in an ethical way.
First of all, food waste can be significantly reduced through limitation of stores that offer similar food. Food waste occurs when sellers provide more food than is necessary in order to make a greater profit. A strategic licensing system should be involved where sellers need to apply and be approved based on their uniqueness and demand for their offering before they proceed to open their stores.
Other than that, we can minimize food waste during Ramadan by practicing portion control and meal planning before serving the food. As far as we are aware, family gatherings for iftar are part of Malaysian culture, and this might result in the preparation of an excessive amount of food. People are encouraged to use portion guidelines and meal planners, which can help them to determine the appropriate amount of food based on the number of individuals to avoid overcooking.
Finally, another way that we can prevent food waste is by providing smaller serving sizes at the Ramadan buffet. Buffet organizers may cut down on the amount of food that guests take as well as the probability of food being consumed by offering lower portion sizes. With this method, guests can try a range of food without filling their plates to the overflow, along with encouraging more considerate and sustainable eating behaviors.
As conclusion, food waste during Ramadan in Malaysia is a significant issue driven by factors such as Ramadan Bazaar, cultural practice and buffet event. This waste has environmental, economic and social impact. We can reduce food waste while maintaining the spirit of Ramadan. This approach aligns with Islamic teaching on avoiding excess and promote sustainability. Implementing this solution will help preserve resource, reduce environmental impact and foster more mindful celebration of the Holy Month. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Innal mubazzirina kanu iqwana asyayatin wa kana asyaitanu lirabbihi kafura. Sadaqallahul azim. Indeed, the wasteful are brothers of the devils, and ever has Satan been to his Lord ungrateful. Quran, Surah Al-Isra 17:27. The lesson that we have learned from this issue that could be related with Quran verse above is remind us the nature of wastefulness. It states that those who are practicing wasteful behavior are component of Satan, drawing a strong connection between excessive consumption and negative influence. The verse also reminds us that Satan himself is ungrateful to God. It also combines divine revelation with rational understanding and provides spiritual guidance against wastefulness, while allowing us to comprehend its negative impact logically. This integration of Naqli encourages Muslims to follow Allah's command and appreciate His wisdom through Aqli or human intellectual. Lastly, we found that excessive in food preparation during Ramadan lead to unnecessary waste, contradicting the Quranic which taught us against wastefulness. Over-consuming and discarding food which it show disrespectful toward the spirit of Ramadan, and alike with Satan ingratitude mentioned in the verse, and Muslim in Malaysia can practice this Quranic principle by planning meals carefully and donating excess food to those in need during Ramadan.